Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name's Sean and this is Everywhere West Model Painting. Today I've got a treat for you. We are going to disassemble a Kato GE ES4400AC. Had to look. Been a while since I made a video. I've been crazy busy with my work, so haven't had a lot of time to devote to the channel. I'm gonna try to rectify that. So without further ado, here we go. So this is what we got. I got these off of eBay. They are brand new. I did get a decent deal on them, I think. I've already got one of them stripped apart. For the UP loyalists that think I'm about to commit sacrilege, don't panic. This is going to be a 2010 Boy Scout unit. My son just received his Eagle Scout rank, so I'm going to paint one for him and I'm going to paint one for myself. So here we go. Leave the box open. As you can see, it's brand new, never been run. So what my plan is I'm going to repaint the radiator section, the body shell, and the cab. But we got to get it apart. And if you're like me, you're wondering, how on God's green earth does this come apart? Well, I've already got that one apart. I had to reach out, phone a friend to get that one, but we got her, by golly, and it's not terribly difficult. First, we're not gonna need the side sill or any of that, but I like to take off all the small parts so they don't get lost. So that was the air hoses. Next, peel off the snowplow. So there's that. Put it back in the box. I'm going to change it over to micro trains. I'll make a video on that. So I'll pop out the retainer clip for the Kato couplers. So I make sure and I save all those parts. I do save my brass strips. There's some locomotives I don't put the micro trains in. So again, I did forget to list what you're gonna need. These are my favorite tweezers. They're curved needle point tweezers and a teeny tiny little straight edge screwdriver. And you just get a hold of that edge and lift it up. Same thing on the other side. So there's that. We can take off the horns and it just lifts up. We can take off the stack. You just get under one side on the edge. And I use the edge of my fingernails to get under this lip right there to lift off the stack. And then this antenna dome here, I get under just the very edge. And again, I'll put my finger over the top of it so I don't go flying. And that's that, it just lifts right out. So, I don't know how many of you are familiar with this trick, but you take and put the edge of the pilot on the edge of the box. your finger on it and hold it. And it's apart. I will put that, we're not going to paint any of this. I'm going to leave that color alone. Put the lid away, and there we are, just down to a shell. So, make sure all the handrails are lifted out of that tiny little hole. Don't worry, they'll jump back in there before this is all finished. But the radiator section just lifts out of the back up, and then on the front of it, there's just a tiny little edge that grips the plastic. This radiator section should be fine. So it'll just lift off there and put that away. So there's that. And lift. What you're trying to very carefully do is lift this side sill off of these little tabs. And generally they come out pretty easy. I've had some fight me just because I don't think they like me very much. Same thing up front. These just lift off. They also have little holes here that correspond to a little I don't know, whatever you call it. And these will just lift right off of there. Same thing back here. We put that in the box. All right. Next, we'll take off these front handrails. You can just get under them just like I did. Lift out. And it's apart. Put it in the box. Same thing. You just gently lift out. Okay, now the way this works is you kind of wiggle the shell, and you're going to want to pull this cab forward while gently wiggling it, just like that. Your cab is off, and your shell should, oh, I forgot to get it off of there, come right off. So next, I like to take the headlight out, and it's hard to see, but there's little tabs right here and right here that you have to lift over this little edge. This little edge right here. And I know I'm going to throw a shadow and you're not going to be able to see it very good, but when you get it yours apart and look at it, you'll see it. And it lifts right out. And that's all there is to the shell. Next, and I forgot to do that on this one, we are going to, and I like to gently push on the back window to lift that out, and all your side glass comes out. And you know, make sure and throw it around your desk, you know, 6 or 8 times, just because, you know, it's just fun. And I went scratch the glass, but it's not going to matter too much. Those of you that don't know, Kato's parts page is open. So if you need parts, get right on there and get stuff. So there's that cab apart. And these aren't going to matter when you put these back together. They're all the same parts. So you got to lift this black headlight block, and the headlight, okay, it has to lift off of the windows. And it also has to lift off of these little tabs right there. Plus, you can't just come straight out. You've got to up and back so that you can pull the headlight out of the nose. And it's just kind of a very tricky maneuver. I'm always afraid I'm going to break something. Just like that. And the whole thing comes out in one piece. Again, you're going to push on the back window just a little bit. Put that in the other box. Again, just gently push on the back window. Naturally, this one don't want to cooperate, because why would it? There it goes. Put that in the box, and the next thing is to get this antenna dome off. So what I like to do is take the point of my needle point tweezers and push right down in these little holes, and it just comes right out, easy as you please. And there's that cab ready to go to the strip tank. You shouldn't have to do anything with this, your headlight block. Put that in the box. Okay, I did forget the number boards, so let's pop them out of there. So on the inside of the cab, right there, is just a tiny, tiny little slit. You go in from the back, and that should pop your number boards out. Again, you go in from the back, put your blade in there, and it should come right out. And there's both of them. See, they're out. So these will get redone a little later, but I'll put those in their box. And it really ain't gonna matter which one's which, but I managed to get it back in the right box. And again, same thing, and I try to catch them, but it's not always successful. This little slit right here, slide your screwdriver edge right in there, and it should push right out. And there's your number board. Sorry about my arm in your way. Same thing again. Right there it is. Pretty as you please. Those are all stripped out and ready to go. As far as the walkways and the side steel, we're not going to need to do anything with these. But you see right here on the edge, this will be the conductor side. There's this right here and this little tab right here. They slide into these, and when you slide that forward, you take them out. When you go back together, you'll do the same thing. Slide them back into their little grooves. Same thing on the engineer's side. So that's that, and we will get these in the strip tank. Now the flags I've been hearing are etched into the paint, So I'm gonna have to air erase them off, but that's no big deal. I have the tools to do it, so shouldn't be an issue. Well, thanks for watching. Hopefully we'll try to get a reassembly video for you and putting couplers in. But thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.